I was under the impression that in a matriarchy, the women would be treated like queens and the men would be doing most of the hard work. But it seems like women are working way harder here.
You see how she's judging things from her privileged position? Like men are supposed to bow down to the women in matriarchy and worship them. Is that, let's take elephants, right? Let's take the matriarchal society of elephants. Do male elephants bow to female elephants? No. Female elephants still gotta get out there and do what they need to do to eat. And the head, the matriarch in charge, she controls everything. Everybody follows that female elephant's lead. You see how this first world, westernized American and part European ideology happens? She coming from Europe in her privileged mindset, thinking men are supposed to bow down to women. Who's gonna make them? See? Who's gonna make them? I'm just showing you guys how cancerous this thought process is of these type of women. You doing you, why do you need the help of men? If men was out there doing their thing and they said, all you gotta do is come over and give us some sex and leave, men would be happy. Men would fare a lot better. Now, would some want one woman? Yes. Just like it is here. But if men could alleviate a lot of stress, they would, if women were down with it. That's why the men in this documentary, this mini documentary, are cool with coming by smashing and going back to their house. You guys don't understand this. Who's gonna make men bow to you women in the West? You're gonna try to get other men to do it. Other men to fight your battles. That's what we have here in America. That's why you want men to call themselves feminists. No. But let's continue.
After tea, Lucy's mom proudly took me out to the field. She'd worked and farmed her whole life.
I
should do it like this? Oh my God, this is heavy. Do you do this all day? You must have such muscles. I mean, look at this place. It's like ridiculously beautiful and organic and everything. But it's sort of lost a bit of its charm to me after having had tea with the grandmas, because I can't help but feeling that matriarchy here is just a way of glorifying housewives, and the women work so hard. But at least they're being appreciated for what they're doing. They're the ones inheriting the property, and it's pretty sensible, actually. You'll never have a woman on the street with her kids not knowing where to go or how to feed them, and they're always getting lots of help from their families, so there are no divorces, there's no slut shaming, there's a sort of acknowledgement of how love is something fleeting. And in their own way, they have found some form of gender balance, I guess.
Once again, talking from her privileged position, right? They don't even have an upgrade in technology on none of the stuff that they're doing there. But if men were there in their minds and their creations, they would bring an upgrade there. They don't even have that. They just want the title of being in control. But it is a lot that goes in with that. And men, what the world is all about war and territory. If the men want to come in there, the women can't do nothing. They'll have to depend on the men in their family to come to defend them. Women always need men, but they say, I don't need men. And no slut shaming. They just want all of these titles and this freedom, and stuff goes into that. Men prepare societies and make them civil for you to have those luxuries. These women, that's why I don't listen to this. Because it's easy to debunk this. All of this is feel-good medicine for women. And they only get this in privileged societies. Because look at her. She thought men was gonna be doing all the work and the women just sit in their chairs and drink tea. Bring some tea and saying it in Chinese. That's what she thought in her minute thinking mind. Y'all women got stuff twisted in civilized society, first world societies. Y'all got it twisted. But let's continue.
To find out how the younger girls felt about the very traditional way of life that the Musuo still lead, we caught up with our museum guide Kumu and her best friend Zima, both in their early 20s.
我觉得这边还是有点落后，这样子，还是挺向往那种出去的那种，还是想去外面看一下。
So, what are your hopes for the future?
我自己吧，还是向往那种汉族人，就是两个人生活在一起的那种。但是我家人肯定不会同意的。对，然后这样的话呢，反正以后再说吧，其实。
如果以后就找外面的话，可能就还是会想跟他两个人组建家庭这样子，然后就经常回来看看这样子。还是得一个人啊，自己说这样。
Those women have all of that power, they got all of that control, and they see their mothers, they think like, yo, it's behind here. It's behind the times. I don't want to be here. She's going to give tours at this place and she don't want to be there. Yo, she can mess with how many dudes as she want, no slut shaming. She like, yo, forget this. I want one man. I want to start one family with my one husband. They can go sleep with whoever they want and they want to leave. Something's telling you about this. So if you ladies want this, go to this village in China. All you should leave. You should leave America. You should leave Europe. You should leave all these privileged societies, especially Australia. All you should go. Australia is closer to China anyway. Go to this village and live like them. All of you should leave. Give up your privileged positions where you want to be matriarchal and in control and starting mischief at jobs and destroying families because I'm a feminist. Well, go to societies like this. They'll welcome you with open arms. But are you going to go? No. You're used to your technology. You're used to your privilege. You're used to your civility. You're used to your comfort and the feeling of safety more so than second and third world and fourth world countries, if there are any like that. So I'm using those in quotes. But are you ladies gonna do it? And the answer is no. So, fellas, this shows you that they don't even like this. That lady want the control. She's used to she's old. But them younger, they like, yo, forget this, I wanna go. But they're so far away from the actual people, they gotta take a long trek to get there. But we showing you that this matriarchal thing, you thought it was gonna be easy. Go to a place like that where you gotta start fresh, hand tools, no machines, all of that, and gotta do it every day, and it never stops. You women to be running back to your first world countries.